of the session for this week, which is importance of resume, where Raghavendra Srirampur, our co-founder and CAO, would be taking you through the important pages that can change your life. So the students are ready. Raghavendra sir, the students are excited. They're all started. Yes sir, yes sir. You can take over the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gopi. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, Sneha. Good evening, Prasanna. Good evening, Navya. Good evening, Rohit. Are we ready for today's session? Yes, sir. Now, am I visible to all of you? Right. Hi, everybody. What are we supposed to do today? We are supposed to discuss a very important topic. The topic for today's discussion is the importance of resume in recruitments. Unfortunately, what happens is many a time, whenever we start preparing for our recruitments, the one place where we generally tend to copy paste, use somebody else's resume and try to fill in the blanks and then create our own resume is a very common thing. Generally, one person prepares a proper resume in the class and everybody copies and pastes his details so that the resume becomes his. Do we all agree? My session is going to be completely interactive on chat. Do we all agree that one of the places where we really do not give a lot of importance is resume? Agree. Yes. Now, the few things that we will answer is few things that we will try to understand today is why is resume important? Why is resume important and what are the various aspects of resume? What are the various aspects of resume that will help us in landing a job? First of all, do we all want to land up a job? I think the answer to that is yes, everybody, all of us want to land up a very good job. Wonderful. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, Machi, Baladu, you don't want a good job. So, how do I land a good job? What importance does a resume play in my job? This is what we are going to discuss today. I will share my screen so that we can go forward. Are you able to see my screen? I guess everybody is able to see my screen. Yes. Now, importance of resume in recruitments. If you have read the title very clearly, the title, importance of resume. After that, in small letters, there was a sentence. The sentence said that the 2 pages that can change your life. We all talk of real estate, we all talk of land, we all talk of buildings. But for students, the most expensive and the most important real estate that you will ever own is your resume itself. Why is it very important, sir? Because it is selling a product. It is like a brochure. You go to a company, you go to some shop and you want to buy something, he will give you a big brochure describing what are all the important components, what are all the important features of the product that he is trying to sell. Resume is also a brochure, and it is trying to sell a very, very, very important product. And unfortunately, the product is you. You are the product who is going to be sold to the recruiter. Now, that makes resume one of the most important 2 pages that you will ever write in your uh, uh, life as a fresher. Now, I will take you through this session with the help of just a minute, please. Stages in the recruitment process. There are 4 stages in the recruitment process. What are the 4 stages in the recruitment process? First is application. If there is a company coming to our college, or if we are applying for a job, what do? We go, we mail them our resume with a cover letter stating that, dear sir, this is with respect to the vacancy in your organization for a software engineer or whatever. I would like to apply for the above said position, and I am attaching my resume along with this mail. We all do this, is it not? So giving your resume to the recruiter is the process of application. This is where you say that I am interested in the job that you are offering me. Why am I not seeing the chat window? Now, once the application is done, the second stage that starts is the stage of screening. And after screening comes the interview. And then if you are successful in your interview, you will come to what is called as onboarding. These are the 4 stages in the recruitment process. Now, if you remove the 2 stages, first stage, if I ignore 2 stages, that is the screening stage and the onboarding stage, because the screening stage will basically contain multiple examinations like your aptitude examination, verbal reasoning examination, logical reasoning examination, technical examination in certain cases, etc., etc. This is entirely a process of screening. All those who have skills will be screened, and all those who do not have skill will be successful, and all those who do not have skills will be eliminated at this stage, in the screening stage. Then comes the interview. After that comes the onboarding stage. Onboarding stage is a stage where the selected candidates are onboarded onto the company. If I remove these two, screening and onboarding, if I remove this, then the 2 stages which become very, very significantly important in your job search is the application and the interview. If your application is proper, then if you have the necessary skills, you will pass through all the examinations, then you will come to the interview stage. So basically, there are only 2 stages in the recruitment. The first stage is application. The second stage is interview. Application is when you show your interest in the job, and interview is a stage where the interviewer or the recruiting company assesses whether you are fit for the job or not. So if you pass if these are the 2 stages which become significantly important in your recruitment stages, in your recruitment process. Coming to the next slide, I will just place these 2 figures, or the figure on your left-hand side, that is Viva Voce. I think all of us have passed through this stage at one point of time or the other in our life. We have given multiple Viva examinations in our life. Is it true? Do we all agree that we have given Viva examinations? Yes, sir. Then you have the next one, what is called the figure on your right hand side, the 3 idiots scene that you see, picture you see, that is the interview. Now, my question to all of you is very simple. What is the difference between these two? What is the difference between a Viva and what is the difference between an interview? Just imagine this for a moment. Even in a Viva, there will be two people, examiners who are sitting in front of us. One will be an internal examiner, the other will be an external who is coming from outside. Both the internal and external will ask you questions and you are supposed to answer. Even in an interview, it is the same thing, is it not? It is the same thing because there will be a panel of 2 or 3 people sitting in front of you. The 2 or 3 people will ask you questions and the 2 or 3 people will, and you are supposed to answer their questions. Now, the first fundamental question is, both of them seem to be very similar. What is the fundamental difference between a Viva and an interview? Can anybody answer? Mr. Machi Balaludu, please, you do not need to welcome everybody. And whoever is annotating things, whoever is playing around with my screen, let me remind you people that you please do not need to do that. We are all professionals and we need to act and behave like professionals. Now, what is the difference? The fundamental difference between a Viva and an interview is very simple. Do you set the syllabus for the Viva examination? Mr. Ram, a Viva assesses academic knowledge and research while an interview evaluates suitability and potential for a job or a program. Viva is an academic, whereas interview is a job recruitment. Pranita, my question is very simple. Are we able to set the syllabus for our Viva? Who sets the syllabus for the Viva? The only authority which sets the syllabus for Viva is the university, is it not? The external and the internal examiners, both of them are not bothered whether you know the questions. The external and internal, Mr. KK, the external and internal are not bothered about whether we know the answers to the questions that they are asking or not. They just keep on asking because there is a set syllabus which is set by the university. Let us take operating systems lab. There are 10 experiments in the operating systems lab. He will ask you questions from those 10 experiments only. We do not have any control at all in setting the syllabus for the what you call as your interview. Sorry, Viva voce. But the fundamental difference between an interview and a Viva voce is, in an interview, the objective of interview is entirely different. They are not interested in what is this, what you don't know. They are interested in what you know. And they will only ask you questions from that area. And they will see whether whatever you have said, that whatever you claim that you know, whether you know it or not is what they see. So, for an interview, it becomes very, very important for us to set the syllabus for the interview. Now, where do we set the syllabus for this interview, sir? We have to set a syllabus. We have to tell somewhere that, sir, I know this, I know C++ programming very well. I know operating systems very well. I know these subjects very well. All these things we have to tell at some point of time or the other. And that particular place where we actually set our syllabus is called as a resume. Resume is going to be your syllabus. We will take 2 interviews. Majority of us are going to face 2 interviews in our lives. One is a technical interview, the other is a personal interview or a HR interview. We will talk about both of them. First is an interview, which is the technical interview. Second is an interview, which is a personal interview. Now, once we talk of where do I set my syllabus, sir? Do we, as I was telling you, your resume is your syllabus for the interview. Majority of us do not give a lot of importance to the resume, but it is in your resume where you say that I know these subjects, I know this technology, I have done so many projects. So that is where the syllabus is set for your resume. If you set your syllabus properly, then there will be absolutely no questions in your interview that you cannot answer. All the questions you can answer, because he's going to only look at your resume and ask questions. He's not going to look anywhere. Please understand one thing, if there are 150 programming languages available in the world, there is no necessity for you to know all the programming languages. If you say that I know Java, then you have to prove that you know Java. And where do you say that I know Java? You say that I know Java, sir, in an interview, in your resume. Now, coming to your components of your resume, majority of us will have the same components in your resume. First, you will have your name right on the top of the resume. Then you will have your contact address. You will have your email IDs, your mobile numbers, your address, etc., etc. Then you have your objective statement. Then you have your educational qualifications. Then you have your technical skills. Then you have your projects or technical experience, whatever you call them. Then you have your honors and activities. Then you have what is called as a value addition. I want you people to remember this statement, value addition, very carefully. I will talk about it in the end if somebody asks me, or else I'm not going to talk about it. This is a homework. I think all of you have visited the channel. I have sent a message that you have to have a pen and a paper ready with you when you're coming to today's session. And finally, we have personal details. I will divide this entire, how many of them are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 components in a resume. Of these 9 components, I'll group these 9 components in groups of 3. First, name, contact information, and objective of the resume, objective statement of your resume. This is known as the head of your resume. Then comes the second component, educational qualifications, technical skills, and technical experience. This is where you set your syllabus. Friends, please understand, this is not copy paste. This is not something which you write lightly. There is no necessity for you to know tens of languages. Even if you know C++ very well, just put C++, that is sufficient. He will be more than happy. These 3 components, what are the 3 components that I'm talking of? Educational qualifications, technical skills, and technical experience or projects. These 3 components are the syllabus of your technical interview. If you fill these up by copying somebody else's resume, it is as simple as getting somebody else's paper for your examination. It is you're writing operating systems examination and you get a DBMS paper. Can you answer anything? No. So these components, educational qualifications, technical skills, and projects have to be written very, 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 very carefully. If you write very carefully, you only write what you know. And please understand one thing, sir, should I do Java along with Python, Python along with C++, C++ along with Node.js, Node.js along with React.js? Oh, you don't have to do 150 technologies. All of us have gone to a sari shop with our mothers or sisters, is it not? You should see them buying saris. They will select 50 saris, shortlist 5 saris out of that. After shortlisting, what will they do? They will put for here. They will check the pallu. Then they will put it here. And they will check in the mirror whether they are able to see it or not. Do they do it or not? Yes or no? Answers, please. Yes, sir. Now, your recruiter is exactly trying to do that. He is only trying to test whether you will be fit for the company or not. If he wants, if you are good at C++, yeah, I will read me whoever it is, samples resume on your screen will basically contain the same components attached to you. Resume writing, I will take it at some other point of time and I will explain you how to write a resume, then show you a sample resume. Now, so educational qualifications, technical skills and projects. I'll come to that, Ammu. Sir, I have not done project, then what else I want to add in my resume? I'll come to that at a later stage. Now, educational qualifications and technical skills and projects are going to be the syllabus of your technical interview. What are the other three components that are remaining? The other three components that are remaining are honors and activities, value addition, and personal details. These three will form the syllabus of your personal interview. So a resume, please understand one thing, is practically a syllabus book for an examination called as your interview. If you do not write your syllabus according to what you know, you will get somebody else's paper for the examination. That is what you have to be very careful about. Now, we will talk about the technical interview part first. This part, syllabus for the technical interview. How do I prepare for that, sir? How do I pavilion? No necessity to make fun of anybody, please. Do not comment on other people's replies. Now, how do I set my syllabus for the technical interview? In a technical interview, what is he going to ask, sir? I have been an interviewer for both Infosys as well as Wipro. I have asked questions to people. I have selected people and I have rejected people. Then what are my conditions? What questions do I ask in a technical interview? What questions can you expect in your technical interview? Questions asked in a technical interview. There are three types of questions that are asked in a technical interview. All of us who are doing engineering or any other branch, any other specialization for that matter, all of us have studied theory subjects in our college, is it not? For example, if you are a computer science engineer, you might have studied operating systems, you might have studied data structures, you might have studied what you call as database management systems, you might have studied network theory, might have studied DA, etc., etc. There will be a lot of subjects that you have studied. The first set of questions that are asked in a technical interview are based on your theoretical fundamentals. What can the questions be, sir? What is inheritance? Is Java, what is, let us say, what is inheritance? What is deadlock in operating systems? What is what is the difference between a process and a thread in operating systems? All these are theory questions. They are not linked to any part of your coding skill at all. So there will be 100%, there will be certain questions which are going to be asked on the theoretical fundamentals. You have to set syllabus. Please understand, if there are 48 subjects in computer science and engineering, theory, how many? 8 fours are 32. 32, let us say 32 theory subjects in computer science and engineering. Nobody expects, no recruiter or no interviewer will expect you to know all the 30, 40, 50, 60 subjects. Rakesh says, no, sorry, 60, fine. Nobody expects you to know 60 subjects at all. They expect you to know what you like. So it is your duty to tell in your resume, I like these subjects, sir. Sir, I like operating systems. If you say that, he will ask you questions from operating systems only. Maybe one or two, he will ask some other questions. But if he is asking 5 theory questions and out of which 3 are from operating systems and 2 are from some other subjects, you can comfortably not answer them and it will not make any difference in the chance of getting a job. Then the second set of questions are based on technical skills. This is pure coding skills. Here he will ask you to write a program. What kind of program, sir? Write a palindrome. Check whether the given string is an anagram or not. Generate first 20 prime numbers. It can be in C++, it can be in Java, it can be in Python, it can be any other language. Now, other than that, the third set of questions that will be asked will be based on your projects. It is very important for you to do projects. Why, sir? Because the first set of questions based on theoretical fundamentals test your theoretical knowledge. Until and unless you have theoretical knowledge, it is not going to, you will not be able to code properly. Second set of questions are based on your skill, whether you are able to code or not. The third set of the third question is based on your projects. Why will he ask questions on my project, sir? The logic is very simple. He wants to know which project is best for civil. Any project, nobody is bothered about Rajnikant, no? Nobody is bothered about which project you are doing. They only want to know, do you know what? If you are a civil engineer, they want to know whether whatever you have learned, are you able to apply practically? For computer science engineers, if you say that you know Java, the coding question will be on Java, but later you need to write a logic for a project, is it not? Are you able to write logic for a project? Or have you mugged up that prime numbers, palindrome, anagram, etc., etc.? You can mug up and go also. All right. So why do they ask questions on project? The questions on projects are asked in order to understand if the student has done a project on Java, is he able to write a logical code for that project is what they want to understand. So these are the three types of questions that are asked in your technical interview. It is your duty, please understand, it is your duty to make sure that you write all this in your resume. How do I write this, sir? Now let us start with the first question. What was the first question? First question was based. Rajnikant, non-technical, I will come. Anjali, please do not annotate on my slides, please. First question, I'll talk. What was the first set of questions? The first question was on theoretical fundamentals, is it not? How do I answer? How do I tell the interviewer, sir, that I like the following subjects? Now let us look at the three components of your resume, which we said are the syllabus for your technical interview. What were they? One was what is called as educational qualifications. Second was technical skills. Third was what? Technical project, technical experience or projects. What will your educational qualification section look like exactly? Look at this. This is what your educational qualification looks like. Degree / certificate, college / university, university year of passing, and CGPA. Now, if I am not wrong, a person belonging to a particular college, let us say ISL College of Engineering, if I have gone to his college to take an interview, all the people who are attending the interview are from ISL College of Engineering. This particular point is not conveying any information to me. If your year of passing is June 2023, then all your friends are also having June 2023 only. And what do we give a lot of importance to? CGPA. Oh, CGPA, mine is 7.5, my friends is 7.4, somebody else is 6.2. We give a lot of importance to CGPA, is it not? Now, please understand. Gopi Garu. Gopi?
Yes, sir.
There is one Mr. Pulappu Rajnikant. Can you please throw him out of this session?
Yes, yes.
Now, So none of the components that we are talking of, whether you have done your BTech, that is the degree, whether it is intermediate certificate or a secondary school certificate, which college have you passed, which junior college have you attended, which school you have attended, what is your percentage in 10th, intermediate or +2 as we call it, or your CGPA, is it actually telling the interviewer something about you? It is not telling anything about you, or it is not telling anything about the interview that you are going to attend. There is one very important section that you need to add here. Look at this. What is that section that I have added? Can anybody tell me? Remarks. Why do we need remarks, sir? Wonderful. Why do we need remarks, sir? Remarks is a very important section in your educational qualifications, because in the remarks column, I will say developed an interest in operating systems and database management systems during the course of my engineering. You can write either 2 or 3. 3 of your favorite subjects you can write comfortably. The moment you write that, the syllabus for you, the first set of questions, what were the first question that was being asked in your technical interview? The question was on your theoretical knowledge. The moment you say, I have developed an interest in DBMS, operating systems, and whatever, computer networks during the course of my engineering, the syllabus is set. He knows, okay, this guy wants to, this guy knows DBMS very well. This guy knows operating systems very well. So what I will do is I will start with a question. You are slowly taking the control of the interview. People who teach soft skills will come and say, you should take the control of the interview. What are you going to do? Catch hold of the interviewer's collar? Remarks about something or stating a fact. Sri Lakshmi, remarks is a column in which you write what are the subjects, theoretical subjects that you know very well. That is what you write. The theoretical subjects that you have studied in your engineering. So in the remarks column, if I was there, I would have written developed an interest in operating systems, data structures, and DBMS during the course of my engineering. My syllabus is set for the interview. Is that clear? So the first 2 to 3 questions, which are going to be based on theory, what you have studied in your engineering, the syllabus is set in the remarks column. Until and unless you write this, the remaining things, whether it is your CGPA, a lot of people give importance to, especially those people who study very well, give a lot of importance to CGPA. My CGPA is 8.6, the other person's CGPA is 7.5. Please understand one thing very clearly, my dear friends. Yours, Ram, can remarks have photography, etc.? Those are hobbies that will come at the end. Now, why is CGPA not really significantly important, sir? The reason why CGPA is not significantly important is because when the person comes for recruitment, he will give you a cutoff, is it not? He will say anybody who has CGPA less than 7.25 is no longer eligible to apply. So anybody who is having a CGPA greater than 7.25 is eligible. The person who is less than 7.25 is not eligible. So CGPA is good for cutoff, especially in recruitments. In your interview, in your job search, CGPA is important only for cutoff part. Rest, remarks is important. You write operating systems, you write DBS. Sir, how should I prepare, sir? Is that a question? Let us say I write operating systems, database management. What is the percentage of recruitment? Pranita, very good, Vineet. You have a very nice CGPA. What is the percentage of recruitment, sir? Pranita, it depends from company to company. Now, we will go forward. If I say I have written developed an interest in operating systems, database management systems during the course of my engineering. If you write these statement in the remarks, how should I prepare, sir? Should I open a book? Should I open my notes? You all people should be very, very savvy. You should work smart. You should not work hard. How do I work smart, sir? You go to www.google.com and type in the search query top 100 questions asked in operating systems. Download, they will have answers also. Then you go to www.google.com and say frequently asked questions in database management systems. Download 100 questions. Please understand one thing. The person who is taking your interview is also going to download from the same websites most of the times. A person who is having 15 years of experience or 9 years of experience who is trying to take your interview, he does not know all this theory. He is more bothered about coding and his own deadlines. Which website? I have never said. I said just Google it. Use google.com. So if you download 100 frequently asked questions in whatever subjects you are interested in, you have the question as well as the answer. 90% of the questions that person is going to ask in your interview are going to come from those 100 questions only. Chapter close, you have finished 33% of your interview very successfully. That is the importance of introducing your remarks column in your educational qualification section of your resume. Sir, I have a CGPA of 9.1. Ram, just now I think, yeah, 9.1 and with average remarks, and my friends have 8.3 with lots of remarks. Does it matter in an interview? Ram, please understand one thing. Your CGPA, the more CGPA you have will definitely help you in your interview because you're better off with your subject. Sir, is it mandatory to represent remarks in an educational qualification section? Anjali, I personally feel it is mandatory because the moment you introduce it, you're actually setting a syllabus for your technical interview, is it not? If you are able to set the syllabus for your technical interview, what is wrong in introducing this thing? Sir, how does the remarks in HOD's office? What does that question mean? Now, this is what, so we had three questions in our three sets of questions in our technical interview. The first set of questions was, the first set of questions was on theoretical background. The second set of questions was on basically what we call as your technical skill. And the third set of questions was based on your technical experience or on your projects. How do I answer the first set of questions, sir, on theoretical background? Just simply put a remarks column and tell the interviewer what are the subjects that you are good at. That is going to be more than sufficient. Now, coming to the next question, next set of questions. What are those questions? Those questions are questions based on coding. Now, first I will answer how to prepare for this. Second, I will answer where to prepare for this. Vamsi, I'll come back to your question very soon. Ratika, I am asking you to put only one or two subjects. That's all. Not what has happened till now or what has happened later. What are the 2-3 subjects that you are interested in? So first I will answer how to prepare for this technical skills section. Second, I will answer where to prepare for this technical skills question. Third, I'll answer how to give publicity that you have practiced. Okay. Now, technical skills section is going to be very specifically with respect to your coding skill. Now, quite a few of us are not very comfortable with coding. Do we all agree? I'll tell you, Lakshmi, what publicity is. Lot of us are not very 50-50. Ram, Ammu says, yes, sir, not comfortable. Josna says, yes, sir, not comfortable. Now, let me give you something which will give you a lot of comfort. Please understand, majority of us who are just passing our BTech or who are just passing our graduation will never have good coding skills. Will coding skills comes with practice. So it is necessary for us to practice now, and whatever basic coding skills we gain after doing practice will be more than sufficient for your interview. You do not have to do a lot of coding. Now, how many languages should I learn, sir? Is Java good, sir? Is Python good, sir? Is C++ good, sir? Is C good, sir? Is React.js good, sir? Is Node good, sir? Should I do full stack, sir? I will not give an answer, straightforward answer for that, but one or a maximum two programming languages, if you are able to learn properly, that is more than sufficient. Let us say, sir, I know only C++ and Java. Thank you very much. I am not bothered. Tomorrow, today in the interview, if I can test your C++ and Java skills, if you are good at it, tomorrow I can make you learn anything that I want. No recruiter is going to take you or recruit you or give you a job based on your Java skills. Tomorrow, if the new project that comes to him is in Python, do you think he will search for Python engineers? No, 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 no. What do you know what he will do? He will ask the people who know Java to learn Python and ask them to program. For every language, if they are recruiting different set of people, then the company will be only full of people. There will be no projects. It will not become profitable. So don't bother whether you know a large number of languages or not. Vicky, I think you're trying to act smart. I think we are talking about programming languages, not Telugu, English, Urdu or Malayalam. We are talking of programming languages here. Now, which should I learn, sir? One or two programming languages. Which one, sir? Java would be useful. Java with C++ will be good. Java with Python will be much better. Any one of the two, C++ and Python will be good. Any of the computer languages that you want to learn, that you are good at, will be more than sufficient. The answer to the question is, how many languages should I learn? One or two, more than sufficient. And you should understand one thing very carefully, my dear friends. Knowing a language and being able to write code in a language are two entirely different things. All of us know, all those computer science engineers or whatever engineers that we are talking of, civil engineers will know how to how to use AutoCAD. They will learn how to use AutoCAD, but they will never be able to apply it. Mechanical engineers will learn ANSYS, but they will never be able to apply it. Electronics and electrical engineers will learn electronics engineers will learn. Audio is not clear. Is my audio not clear? Can somebody answer? Is my audio not clear? It is clear, sir. So, not necessary to learn. The first thing that should comfort you is it is not necessary to learn a lot of programming languages or a lot of technical skills. It is one or two technical skill, two programming languages is going to be more than sufficient. Now the question comes, sir, I know Java, I know C++, but I cannot easily write code in C++ or Java. In order to be able to write effective code in C++ or Java, or if you Sahit Satya, can you explain career objectives in the resume? Can you, Satya, can you ask this question in the end again? We will discuss this for some time. Yeah, Yajna, I'm coming to that. Lot of us have good theoretical knowledge. Lot of us know many computer languages, but lot of us don't know how to code. It becomes very difficult to do coding. We know the syntax. How do I take care of that, sir? The first thing that you need to do in order to learn coding is keep on practicing. If you keep on practicing coding, you will become comfortable at coding. Now the question arises, where should I do coding, sir? Please understand one thing. Please understand one thing, that in order to learn coding, not only you should be able to know that you know how to code, even everybody in this world should know that whoever, let us say Sri Lakshmi, knows how to do coding. She asked me a question, sir, how to write any code in easy way, please explain. That will be a different session, Sri Lakshmi. We are only talking about interviews today. Now, how do I practice coding? Where do I practice coding? You should practice coding in places where other people will notice you. Everybody should know that Sri Lakshmi is doing coding very well. Everybody should know that Ratika is doing coding very well. Ratika Kaggle is just a place where you can get data sets. You have multiple online coding platforms. You have got HackerRank, you have got HackerEarth, you have got Geeks for Geeks, you have got LeetCode, you have got CodeChef. You have got multiple online websites where you can practice coding. You have to create your own profile there, and from easy to difficult, from easy to intermediate, from intermediate to difficult coding, you should go on doing. You should keep on practicing there. Do you know what will happen? Because majority of the companies will ask you, those websites have been created in such a way that majority of the companies will ask you questions only from those particular places. So you're basically preparing for your interview by at the same time practicing coding. Dhanalakshmi, you will practice coding, you will improve your skill of coding. One. Second, your online profile is there. If somebody wants to, if you say you're very good at code, you become very good at coding, he will give you a rank. You can write in your resume, my rank in HackerEarth is so and so. Then immediately he'll ask you, what are the questions that you have practiced? What are the various areas you have practiced in HackerEarth? Conversation keeps on. Yes, Ritika, thank you very much. In Kaggle, we can also practice, sir. So, the most important aspect of Prabhas, congratulations to you also. I told you people in the beginning, you don't need to reply to others. So the advantage of practicing on online websites, somebody asked me, what are the various apps, sir? One, please note down, LeetCode, LeetCode is one platform where you can practice. Second, HackerRank, HackerRank. HackerRank is the second platform. Third platform is HackerEarth, HackerEarth is one platform. Then you have CodeChef, CodeChef. We can also practice in Replit, sir. My dear friend, who was that? Ram. Please understand one thing. HackerRank, HackerEarth, and LeetCode are the platforms which are very, very, very frequently used by recruiters to conduct online interviews. If you have your profile on the same platform, it will help you in a very big way. HackerRank is a very best platform, sir. Agreed. I'm not saying no. HackerRank is one of the platforms which is very frequently used by interviewers to take online interviews. So all those who are there in your second years, who are there in your third years, and who are there in your final years, it is a request for you to start practicing from now onwards. Every single day of the week, do only one code. For the people who are there in their third years, you have got how many? 2 more years to pass almost. 2 more years. Even if you take semester wise, 16 weeks a semester, 16 plus 16 is 32, 32 plus 32 is 64. 64 into 7 is, what is 64 into 7? Can somebody tell me? Come on, calculate. 448 is 64 into 7. If you write all those people who are there in the third years, if you write if you practice one program every single day, it hardly takes 10 minutes up to 15 minutes. If you practice one program every day, by the time you finish your final year, you can practice 448 programs. And if your average number of lines in a particular program is around 10, you would have the experience of writing 4,480 lines of code. And then you sit in the interview, your confidence will be at a different level. That is what you have to understand. Getting recruited or getting a job is not just going to the interview. It is practicing, it is working hard. And please understand one thing, all of you, my dear friends, if you pass your BTech, if you pass your any degree that you are doing, you will only get a certificate. But if you pass an interview, you will get a job. Your certificate is worth putting it in a file. Your job is going to help you to become successful for the next 40 to 45 years of your life. So if you just pass time in the next 1 or 2 years that you have to graduate, you have made a perfect recipe to fail in life with a certificate saying that my CGPA is 7.5. But if you practice very properly, what is HFT company's K? Right. If you practice properly for the next 1.5 or 2 years that you have got, you will be able to 100% succeed in your technical skills section. So what did we do? We will take a quick recap of what we did. We said the technical interview has got 3 sets of questions that will be asked. First one was questions based on your theoretical background. High frequency trading companies. High frequency trading companies. K, are you doing your MBA? One is questions based on your technical theoretical background. How do you set the syllabus for these questions? By putting that I developed an interest in so and so courses during which branch are you, K? Developed an interest in so and so subjects during the course of my study. All that you need to do is write that statement in your technical educational qualification section. That will take care of it. Technical skills section. Technical skills section, how do you take care of? Technical skills section will be taken care of by only one way: practice, practice, practice. Mr. K, high frequency trading companies, are you interested? You are from CSC, BTech. Okay. Are there any softwares associated with HFT? Sri Lakshmi, theoretical questions will be asked. These are not coding questions. Now, your technical skills section, how do you take care of them? Practice, practice, practice. You need to practice one or two programming languages. That is going to be more than sufficient. That will not be, you will not be required to learn a lot of languages at all. Then comes the third component of your technical interview. First question. Everybody, is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
One or two people are saying that it is not clear. Please check your network connection with regards to that. Now, coming to the last section of your technical interview, the technical experience section. This section is the place where you write your projects. Did one project, did two projects. Somebody asked me, sir, I have not done a project. It is not too late to do a project. You will require 1 week or 10 days of time. That's all. You can do your project even now. So all those who have not done their projects, please start doing your projects. 1 or 2 projects are more than sufficient. But please understand, more number of projects you do, the more number of coding that you will be able to demonstrate in your interview. If the second section, in the second type of question, that is the questions based on technical skills, the questions will be on writing a code for a palindrome, writing a code for an anagram, writing a code for prime numbers, odd numbers, ascending order, descending order. These will be the type of questions that will be asked in the previous, this area, based on technical skills. The questions will become completely different when you come to the technical experience section. You will write about your projects in your technical experience section. In the technical experience section, when you write about your projects, he will ask you questions based on your project. What was your contribution in the project? Whenever you write about your project, please don't write as if you have done everything in the project. If there is a group, community service project, is it okay, sir? Vivos V209, 2029. I'm talking of technical projects, my dear friend. So, if you're talking of, whenever you're doing a project with a group of friends, whether it is your academic project or whether it's a project that you're doing as a group of friends, please understand that all of us will not do everything. Somebody will be doing the front end part, somebody will be doing the database part, somebody will be doing the back end coding part. Just give a general description of the project in 1 or 2 lines and focus on what is your contribution. Tell them that, sir, I have done the entire design of the front end. Sir, I have done the entire coding of the back end in Python. Sir, I have done the entire database design. Be very specific. There, your syllabus is set. He knows, okay, this person, this individual has done what is called, what we say as the database design part of the project. So I will ask him questions only with regards to database design of that project. He will not ask you questions regarding front end and back end at that time. If somebody else has done the back end part, he will ask you only questions based on the programming part that you have done in Python for your project. He will not ask you the database part. If you write your resume properly, this is the advantage you will have. If you copy and paste your project, if you copy and paste your resume from your friends, he will ask you the questions which were supposed to be asked for your friend and not you. So every resume has to be unique. What did I tell you? The two papers that will make or break your life. Sir, resume is good from first year or fourth year. Resume will talk about everything right from your 10th class to your intermediate. Sir, what happens if we copy projects? Nothing will happen. All that questions that you will ask you, some have to be asked to the person from whom you have copied. Sir, IoT projects are preferable. Let me get one thing very clear in this at this point. Which projects are good, sir? IoT projects are good. Java full stack is good. Java full stack Python is good. DevOps is good. Any project is good. He is not bothered about which project you are doing. Ganesh, sir, can I copy in SEM exams? Guys, please, all of you, give a nice clapping emoji to Ganesh because Ganesh wants to copy and pass his semester exams. All of you, please give a nice clapping emoji to Ganesh. Congratulations, Ganesh. Wonderful. You are getting a very good response. Now, so whenever you are preparing for your whenever you are doing your projects, you have to understand that all the projects that you are doing, if you are doing in a group, you prepare only for one small component of the project. You don't have to prepare for the entire project. And in the interview, very comfortably, if you ask something which you don't know, you clearly say, sir, this is not what I have done in the project. My contribution was something else. I did not do database design. I did only backend programming. You ask me questions on backend programming. Thank you very much and goodbye. It is 100% okay to say I don't know in an interview. It will give the interviewer a chance to ask you something from a question from something which you know. Sir, AI projects are good or not? Sri Lakshmi, I told everybody very clearly, any project that you do, technical project that you do is good. That is absolutely, I'm very absolutely clear about it. And let us not fall into that grind of IoT is good, embedded systems is good, or full stack Python is good, or full stack Java is good. Nobody is going to take you based on your project. People are going to take you on the basis of your knowledge. Karthik Vyavare, I am from civil branch, sir. If I want to do a job in IT sector, when the interviewer asks, why did I change my branch? I did not do project related to IT. Karthik Vyavare, which year are you in? Sir, Vimal says, sir, in my project application building, I used to be just to take printouts, not involved in project. Today, I'm facing problem in interview. Better do it. Better do one more project, Vimal. Do a small project. Second year, Karthik Vyavare, please understand one thing. If you are in your second year, why not start learning some computer language right now? You have got 2 more years to pass. Now, so what was I telling you? What I was telling you was, if you are doing 2 or 3 projects, you don't need to know everything about the project. If you are doing a group project, you will be doing only a small component of the project. In your project description, I want you people to mention clearly that this is what my contribution in the project was. That will be more than sufficient. The question will come only from that area. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about, technical projects. Now let's go back in the slides and see what were the 3 questions that were asked in the technical and what was the component of Vinayak. Still in 3rd year, you have got 2 more year, 1.5 year to finish. Why not do it? Why not learn languages now? What was the area which was the syllabus for your technical interview in your resume? Educational qualifications, technical skills, and technical experience projects. What are the 3 types of questions that were supposed to ask? Theoretical fundamentals. Now tell me, where will you set the syllabus for the theoretical questions? In which part of your resume? Answer, please. Remarks column. Very good. Remarks column in which section? Education section. Fantastic. Now, The second set of questions was based on technical skills. As I was specifying very clearly, these are basically coding questions. Here, there are certain things. I did not come to the HR round, Sahil. I'll come to the HR round. I'll give you an answer. Basically, technical skills is all about coding, and in coding, I was very clear that you should learn one or two languages. Just like just now, Mr. Karthik Vyavare asked me, sir, I am from civil engineering. If I want to go into IT sector, my answer to him is very simple. Learn coding right now. Learn some language right now. Practice coding on that language. If you are in your second year, you have got third year full and final year full, and a part of second year, 4,480 lines of code. Vishal, how much money did you taken for this session? Wonderful. I'm doing it free of cost, my dear friend. The company is my own. And where do I practice? What are the web-based platforms? What are the web-based platforms that I was talking about? The web-based platforms that I was talking about, one was HackerRank, the second was Hackerer, the third was LeetCode, fourth was CodeChef. Any web-based platforms. Sir, which one would you choose? If I were to choose as a person who is going to take a technical interview, I will choose Hacker Earth or Hacker Rank. Hacker Earth and Hacker Rank are the two platforms which will definitely help you prepare for your technical interview without any problem. What was the third set of questions? Questions based on projects. These are very, 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 very personal to personal to an individual. Whatever projects that you have done, whatever project that you have done, and whatever was the contribution of yours in the project, those questions only will be asked. So if you have really done a project, then it is not going to be difficult for you to answer these questions. Sir, tell me about GitHub. Last slide is about GitHub, Vinay. Let's come to it. Let's come to it at that stage. Now, this is about technical interview. Let us say there are 10 questions asked in a technical interview. Out of the 10 questions asked in a technical interview, how many questions should I be able to answer, sir, so that I pass the technical interview? I'll answer that question because I have taken technical interviews. If you are able to answer anywhere between 6 and 8, I will not even 8. If you are able to answer 6 to 7 questions, you will be very comfortable to pass your technical interview without any problem. So you set the syllabus, you told them what are your favorite subjects, you told them what are the programming languages you know, you told them what was the contribution in the projects that you did. It is very simple. Answering those 6 to 7 questions is going to be a child's play. It is going to be very easy to clear your technical interview. Now, coming to preparation of your HR interview, personal interview, one place where lot of people find it to become a nightmare. How do you prepare for your HR interview? Let's go back to this part. What are the three components that are going to be there in your sir, in personal interview, is there changes to get jobs? I didn't understand your question, Raghu. Can you rephrase it, please? The place where you set your syllabus. Remember, in the first 5 minutes, I was very clear that the resume is your syllabus for the examination called as your interview. Which part of your resume will be the syllabus for your personal interview? Your honors and activities section, value addition section, and personal details section. These are the three areas which are going to be the syllabus for your personal interview. Raghu, resume is not good, sir. My friends are telling me, don't believe your friends, believe yourself, my dear friend. If you feel that it is not good, please rewrite it again. Now, what do we write in our honors and activities section? Whenever I talk about honors and activities, lot of people will say, I stood first in my district, first in my 10th standard. I got so many awards in my these things, various activities. They keep on writing about honors, awards, prizes, gold medals. Please understand one thing. In your HR interview, he's testing your soft skills. Hi, can anybody tell me what a soft skill is? Chat, please. Communication, wonderful. Teamwork, wonderful. Soft skill is soft skill. Communication skills, aptitude, speaking skills, aptitude, communication, time management. Now, enough. Now listen to me. Let us say I have presented a paper. There is some technical fest going on, some tech fest going on in some college, and you go and present a paper there. Nobody is interested in the topic. The interviewer is not interested in the topic of your paper presentation. Gayatri, confidence, wonderful. Do you know what he is interested in? If you say, I have presented 5 papers at a different way, technical fests in the last 3 years. If I write that, as a recruiter, as a person who is taking an interview, do you know what I understand out of that? I understand that Gayatri, who has written, I'm just taking a name, Gayatri, who has presented 5 papers in different technical fests, has for 5 times gone in front of people. All your technical papers that you present are basically copy paste. Even I know that. You take some topic from the internet, 5 different sites, copy paste, make a nice presentation and present it. Technically, you are not very sound. But do you know what it conveys? It conveys that even if you did not know the subject, you went in front of 40 to 50 people and gave a presentation. You spoke in front of them. Communication to a group of people. That is a soft skill he is talking about. How many of you are any class representatives, CRs here? Anybody who is a CR here? Me, sir. Anjali is a CR. Litika is a CR. Now, what does a CR do? A CR basically is a liaison between the teacher and the students. You manage the class, you take the attendance. If the teacher wants to tell something to your class, she tells you and you go back and tell the students. If the students want to communicate something to the teacher, they will go through the CR. Yes or no? Basically, it is a position of responsibility. Responsibility is a soft skill. That is what he is going to test in your HR interview. Okay. So that is a soft skill. Communication is a soft skill. A CR will communicate. Communication skill is taken care of. I have organized an event in our college. Wonderful. Time management, leadership skill, communicating to a group, making people do what you want them to do. All these are soft skills. These are what they require. They don't require whether you have stood first in your 10th standard in the district or whether you have been given a mathematics Olympiad gold medal. They are interested in all these soft skills. So whenever you are writing your honors and activities section, you should use specific words. Participated in, organized a event. This is what you should be writing. Was a member of a team, teamwork. Presented so many papers, communication. So rather than writing more about honors, I got this prize, I got that prize, I was awarded this, I was honored by this, I was given a gold medal, you tell them I participated in these activities, I organized these activities, I was a member of a team in such and such an activity. That is going to tell them about the skills that you have, soft skills that you have. So that is going to be significantly important for your HR interview. Now, coming to the next section, that is the honors and activities section. Then after honors and activities section, we will go to personal details section. Whose personal details are we writing? Can anybody answer that? I find this to be a funniest part of a resume whenever I take interviews. Ours, Anjali, ours. Okay, great. Ours, fantastic. Now tell me, so it is my personal details, is it not? Self. Who am I? Now understand very carefully. To your father and mother, you are a son or a daughter. To your brother or sister, you are a brother or sister. To your friends, you are a friend. To your teacher, you are a student. So who are you? Dance, sports, special talents. Gayatri, I'll come to that. Are you writing your personal details as a son or a daughter? Are you writing your personal details as a friend? Are you writing his personal details as a student of your teacher? As an interviewer, what personal details should I be interested in? What are you to me? You know what are you to me? For an interviewer, you're an engineer. So write personal details. Do not write father's name there. People write blood group also there. Do not, your father has got nothing to do with you being an engineer. You are a professional individually. What should I add, sir? You just add the languages that you know. The languages like Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, English, Hindi, Urdu, Kannada, whatever. Languages that you know. If you have a passport, write your passport number. If you have, along with the passport number, you write the date on which it is getting expired. That is relevant to your job. Write what is relevant to your job. Don't write what is irrelevant to your job. Keep that in mind very carefully. Then, what should it contain? Yes, somebody who said, sir, can we include, Gayatri said, dance, sports, special talents and soft skills. Gayatri, these are not soft skills. Are you a classical dancer? If you are a classical dancer, I know for very sure that there is a university, there are multiple universities which conduct examinations for classical dance. There is a certificate examination, there is a diploma examination, there is a master's examination, etc., etc. Sahil, if the scenario, the HR asked a question, but unfortunately I don't know that, how can I handle the situation, sir? Which way to respond it at that time? Vishal, so funny. First question is, how will you not know the answer? Sahil, I'm speaking directly to you now. He says, tell me about yourself. Is there anybody in this world who can tell somebody about yourself better than you? If he asks you, what are your hobbies? Can you not know the answer? If he asks you, what are your strengths? Can you not know the answer? So, in a personal interview, Satya, we will talk personal interview questions. I will have a completely different section. I am only talking about importance of a resume today. I'm not touching any other subject. Very soon, please be a part of our WhatsApp channel. Very soon, we will discuss the various types of questions that are asked in HR interviews, various types of questions that are asked in individual subjects in technical interviews also. We'll have free sessions. So what should it contain? It should contain your what you call the languages that you know. It should contain your passport number. It should contain your date of validity, etc., etc. Not a very large section. Now, did I miss something somewhere? Vaishnavi, WhatsApp link will be shared to you. Don't worry. Gopi Garu, please share the WhatsApp link again. What question was I asking you right now? Can anybody tell me what I was asking? Now, in your resume, other than these 8 or 9 sections, what are the other things that you know that you need to put? First things, everything. If you have an HackerRank login, you should share the HackerRank login so that he knows that you have done coding practice. Now, other than that, what is this? It is LinkedIn, is it not? Your HackerRank is wonderful. Your LinkedIn profile should be kept maintained from the beginning. Your LinkedIn profile will allow you to get jobs. So the LinkedIn profile's link should be available on your resume. Along with your email, your LinkedIn profile should also be there. Now, let us say you have done 2 or 3 projects. Somebody was asking me about this GitHub. What is GitHub? Somebody explain me what is GitHub? Anybody who wants to talk about GitHub here? GitHub is a GitHub, sir, platform to share our projects. It is known as a code repository. What is a code repository? It is like a bank account where you deposit your code. All the projects that you have done, you deposit the code in our projects, in your GitHub profile. So if you want the world, if you want your interviewer to know how many projects that you have done, what are the details of the projects, you share. Rohit, GitHub is a place where you store your projects. If you want your interviewer to know the details of all the projects that you have done, if you want the interviewer to know what kind of code you have written, the interviewer should know what your GitHub Git link is. What your GitHub link is. So other than your email ID, other than your phone number, other than your LinkedIn profile, other than your HackerRank profile, your contact information should also contain what is called as your Git link. When we do our resume writing session, I will explain you in detail how to place all these online profiles in a proper form in your resume so that it makes maximum impact on your employment opportunities. Kiran, sir, how to identify code? Is it in C or C++ or Python or Java? For that, you have to know all the 4 languages, Kiran. You have to know the syntax. Now, I am coming to the end of my session. Did I miss some component of the resume? I said that I'm not going to talk about one thing. Anandini, value addition, Priya, value addition. So 2 people, value add 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, wonderful. Yes, sir, it is about value addition. Now listen carefully. What is value addition? Let us say in a personal interview, suddenly the interviewer asks you, there are 5 people whom I have already interviewed. There are 5 people whom I will be interviewing. They are sitting outside. You are sitting in front of me. He will ask you with this simple question, why should I hire you? What are you so special about? Vignesh Kumar, what are you so special? Why should I give you this job? Because of talent. Wonderful. Can you answer in that 2, 3 words? Sir, because of talent. No. You should combine all the skills that you have gained in the 4 years or say 4 years of your engineering, which you have written about in your honors and activities section. You should talk about your projects. You should talk about how can people be so unprofessional and stupid? This Vignesh Kumar has come here to pass time. uh, because I have skilled to require to our company. Wonderful. But you should be able to frame a sentence, is it not? You should be able to frame a sentence. Now, please listen to me. Let us say I have presented 5 papers, did 2 projects in a group of 4, and I have organized a few events in my college. All this will come in our resume. I will very clearly say, I'll very clearly say, sir, I have been, for the last 4 years, I have been a very valuable member of a team who have done multiple projects. I know how to work in a team. I have learned, I have done 3 or 4 projects. My Git link is available with you. And along with that, sir, I have also presented 5 papers. I have got wonderful communication skills. I am not afraid of presenting. I am not afraid of speaking in front of others. So these are the skills which make me very good fit for your company. That sentence frame, that 3 or 4 lines is what you have to write in value addition. If you write that in value addition, if you write that in value addition, that is the difference. That is going to make a huge amount of difference in your resume. Vinod, now with this, I come to the end of my session. My email ID and my LinkedIn profile are there. Sir, in front of HR, I can say it's our company or say it's your company. You'd say it is say the organization. It is neither your company nor their company. Instagram, I'm not on Instagram. Thank you very much. Any questions, please? Mail ID is there. Sample resume. Anjali, today we did not talk of how to write a resume. Sample resume writing has to be learned. We only spoke about the importance of a resume. We will be very soon conducting a resume writing session. I will personally teach you how to write your resume. Do not worry about it. And at that point of time, I will definitely give you a sample resume structure. Puneet, it's available on the YouTube channel. The link will be available on the WhatsApp channel. Data analyst. You go to HackerRank or HackerEarth, you will have plenty of resources to practice on data analysis, on becoming a data analyst too. Sir, AI Gayatri says AI/ML or AIDA students, is it enough to have knowledge of any two programming languages? Absolutely, Gayatri, no problem. Even if you know C++ and Python or C++ or Java or Python, more than sufficient. Any other questions? What is ATST process, Amu? Lakshmi Priya, sir, for CSC, how many language should learn perfectly? You will never learn, and nobody, even person having 20 years of experience, will not be able to learn a language perfectly. To whatever you know, level you know, you learn it properly. That is sufficient. How many languages? I have been telling you from the beginning of today's class. 2 languages will be more than sufficient. Applicant tracking system. Why do you want to overcome from applicant tracking system? I do not understand that. All those who are done with today's session, thank you very much. All those who are still having questions can wait. Vignesh Kumar, ID Srirampur, fantastic. I don't use it, don't worry. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Thank you, Pranita. God bless you. Career objectives. Litika certificate again. Gopi Garu, can you please share the video YouTube link in the WhatsApp channel? One question, what was that? Career objectives. Do you want, Satya, you want to know what do you want to know about career objectives? Sir, I am interested in coding and AI. How to crack HFT companies? Can you tell me what is the relationship between those two? Sahil dataset examples you can download from Kaggle. Career objectives. Okay, Sahitya, this is you're talking about the objective statement in your resume. Okay. In the objective statement in your resume, it should be a very simple two-line statement which will talk about the position that you are applying for and what are the skills that make you suitable for that particular position. I'll give you a very simple example. Let us suppose you are applying for a job of a software development engineer in a company called as Tech Mahindra. All that you need to write is, whenever you're writing in your resume, you say seeking a position of a software development engineer where my technical skills and communication skills would be beneficial for achieving the goals of the organization. That is more than sufficient. You don't need to write stories. And all those who are remaining, how to approach Sahil as a fresher, how to approach our first interview. That is what we spoke about right now. Is it not better? Sir, is practicing DSA enough in order to crack FANG companies? Absolutely not. You need to learn. You need to learn some other things. Certain programming, quite a good number of programming languages also. Sahil, that is what we have did. That is what we did till now. How to approach your first interview. Thank you, Satya. So guys, thank you very much for your time. It is quite late in the night. Please be keep visiting our WhatsApp channel. Next week, we will be coming with multiple sessions again. All these sessions through our WhatsApp channel are going to be free. Point number one. Point number two, we will be getting a lot of experts from the industries. Next time, somebody from DevOps will come and talk about it. Somebody from testing will come and talk. Somebody from Q&A will come and talk. We will be basically giving you an exposure to various different kinds of jobs that are available. And moreover, it is not going to be limited to computer science engineering. We will also be getting experts from civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and electronics engineering as and when possible, so that you people will be benefited. Puneet YouTube channel link, sir. Puneet YouTube channel link will be posted in the WhatsApp channel. Are you a part of the WhatsApp channel? In that will we get participation certificate, sir. Now your question, Trinath Sai, your statement is so ironical. You want to be a part of the interesting session, but you want a certificate for it. Is it not? Why don't you want to be a part of the interesting session without a certificate? Then that answers your question. Thank you so much for your valuable suggestion. This is so. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice evening. Spend your Sunday well. And again, please practice coding. Prepare yourself for interviews well. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. I have shared the link of our WhatsApp channel as well as a link to register for the certificate also. Okay. By tomorrow evening, all the students who have attended all the 3 sessions this week has to get registered, and we will be able to issue a certificate of participation within a 1 week's time. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.
in that?